Yeah, okay guys, sorry for that. Yeah, can you hear me guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Thank you.
Yeah, Shamukh.
Yeah.
You can.
So as a DBA, we have to create the logins. Okay, and that means to whom we can give access and all. Okay, so we have to decide and we have to give the access to the people. So based on their requirements, they are going to raise some tickets and all. Guys, in the organization, generally a process will be there. We have to follow the process. Okay, so the problem is if you don't follow the process, and in the interview also they are going to check whether you are mentioning about the process or not. So in the organization, if any requirement is there, they don't come to you and they don't ask you, hey, can you please do this, do that and all. So there will be a mechanism, guys. Okay, they are going to raise requests. For example, you are using Airtel internet, right? You are using Airtel internet. Suddenly internet is not working. What you are going to do, guys? Either you will call to the customer care, or you will use Airtel app. Okay, in that app you are going to raise a ticket, right? You are going to raise a ticket. So once, why you should raise a ticket? Or when you call, in case if you don't know how to raise the ticket, so you have to call to the Airtel customer care. On behalf of you, they are going to raise a ticket for you. Why, guys? What is the need of the ticket? Can anyone tell me? What is the need of
To
the
track the
ticket?
system,
So,
to track
so
it.
you can.
Very good. To track
Yes,
it. Yes. First thing
to
is like,
confirm.
yes, to track it. Okay. The main reason is to track. Okay. So we have to track, guys. What is the status? Say, for example, so and so Shanmukh internet is not working. What is the status? Where his address is? What is the problem? Which engineer went? In how many hours the issue is going to be resolved? Right, so we have to track, right? In future, if someone is having any issue in future. Okay, if we ask, if we see what and all issues are there with my internet and all, in future we can track also, like earlier. Okay, 2nd June Shanmukh internet is not working, they can track the future, the previous tickets and all, the past tickets and all, they can track, guys. So it is very important to track. In the same way, if someone is having any requirement in the organization, they will raise one ticket. Okay, they will raise one ticket. So the tool that will be used to raise the ticket is called ticketing tool. Ticketing tool. Okay, the tool which will be raised to raise the tickets and all, which will be used to raise the tickets and all, the tool name is called ticketing tool. So we have different softwares for ticketing tools, guys. Okay, some companies will use ServiceNow, which is very famous ticketing tool. Tool means application, guys. The tool which we are going to use to send the money. Okay, so we have phone pay, we have GPay, we have Paytm. Different apps are there, right? To send money. Beam. Okay, different apps are there, right? So that is a tool. We are using the tool to send the money. Our requirement is I have to send the money, so we can send the money using the tool. In the same way, using this tool means using this software. Tool means one software, guys, that's it. So using this tool, we can raise the tickets. We have different ticketing tools in the organization. Some companies will use ServiceNow as a ticketing tool. ServiceNow is the famous ticketing tool. ServiceNow or Snow, we'll call it as a Snow. S means service now. Okay, S means service and now, so this is called Snow. Some people will use Jira. Okay, some people will use Lotus Notes. Some people will use BMC Remedy. So like this, different ticketing tools are there, guys, in the organizations. People will use, generally most of the companies will use ServiceNow. So if any person is having any requirement, they are going to raise a ticket, guys. They are going to raise a ticket. They are going to raise a ticket in this tool, ServiceNow tool. Okay, so then they will mention, on so and so database I need access, or on so and so server I want to create a database or create a table, can you give me permissions? So such kind of requirements will be there. They are going to raise the tickets. We'll take the tickets. We can see whatever tickets are there for the particular database team. we can see our tickets and all, we can assign the tickets on our names, and then we can proceed and we can work on it. Once the work is completed, whatever requirement it is, whether installation of SQL servers or creating the databases or creating the tables or giving the permissions or taking the backups or restoring the databases or refresh activities, whatever work it is. So we have to perform that work. Once we perform that work, then we are going to close the ticket. Okay, so in tickets we have different tickets, guys, like incident tickets, change requests, these things will be discussed at the end of the course. I'll give you I'll give you a discussion. We have a discussion on ticketing tool service. Now I'll show you like how the service now will be, how to assign the tickets and all. Like I'll take a 15 to 30-minute session at the end of the course, guys. Now it is not needed. Okay, so this is just to manage the things, to assign the tickets, to close the tickets and all will be helpful for you. So as a DBAs, we have to give the permissions to the persons, to the people, to the users. Okay, so that is our responsibility. And we have to take the backups, guys. It's very important to take the backups. Why? Because don't know what will happen. Suddenly your system will be restarted, or suddenly your server can be down, or suddenly something went wrong, hard disk might be corrupted, or suddenly the data center, there is no power on the data center, or suddenly there will be a disasters like cyclones or fire accidents. Don't know, right? We cannot expect what will happen in the next minute. There is no safety, right? So that's why it's very important to take the backups. Even we will also take the backup of our phones, right? So in case if the phone is full, the storage is full, what we will do, we'll simply copy the things from that particular phone and we'll copy to the laptop, and whatever we don't need it, we are going to delete it from the phone. That in that way we can create the space again, right? So in the same way, okay, we should be able to take the backups. As a DBA, it's your primary responsibility to make sure the data is having safety, high safety and high availability is the DBA's primary responsibility. High safety, how we can provide high safety? By using the backups. In case if something went wrong with the database or server, we will have the backups, we can restore it. So why we have to take the backups, guys? During some disasters and all, or in case if they are having any requirements, then we have to take the backups, guys. Okay, so taking backups is our responsibility. Why we have to take the backups, guys? For the data safety, and whenever needed we have to restore the database. Whenever needed we have to restore the databases. I'll tell you how to take the backups, how to restore the databases and all. Database refresh activity. What is this database refresh activity, guys? So generally in the organization we will have different environments, guys. Okay, generally in the organization we will have different environments. Okay, so there are two types of environments mainly. Production environment, prod means production environment, non-prod means non-production environment. Under non-production environments, again we have different types like stage environment, test environment, dev environment, QA environment, UAT environment. UAT, QA, dev, test, stage. These are all different environments. Why we have to maintain these many environments, guys? If you see Amazon, can anyone tell me which environment it is? Currently I am accessing the Amazon application, right? Can anyone tell me which environment I am accessing currently?
The
It's live,
production.
production,
Are you sure?
live environment.
So this is called your production environment, guys. Production environment or live environment, both are same. Okay, production or live, both are same. Okay, so production environment means it is accessible to the public, it is accessible to the users. People are connected to that application, people are currently using that application. So that is your production environment, which is live environment, guys, which is a live environment. So people can do business, right? If you want anything you can buy it. This is a live environment. The apps that you are using currently, phone pay, GPay, whatever it is, WhatsApp, those are all live applications. Live applications are available to you currently. Those applications are live. So the servers that are using for the live application, those servers are production servers. Those servers are production servers. The servers that are attached to the live environment, those servers are production servers. So we will have production database servers, we will have production application servers, we will have production web servers. So yesterday we discussed it, right? 3-tier architecture. What and all tiers involved in the application, guys? Can anyone tell me? What is the first tier?
It's a
Web server, application server, database server.
Very good. Web server,
server,
application server, and a
application
database
server, database server.
right? So these are the different tiers. So in the same way, every application will have different environments. Okay, production web server will be there, production application server will be there, production database server will be. Means all these three servers, web, application, database, all these three servers are helping you to make this application live. So the servers that are used by this application in the backend, those servers are called production servers. If something happened to that any of that server, if something happened to web server, if something happened to application server, if something happened to database server, okay, so what happened, guys? Suddenly your application will be down. Suddenly your application will be down. If your application means what? In this case, Amazon will be down. So can you tell me what is the problem if this application is down for a while? Can anyone tell me, please?
Not able to connect and
Yes, business loss. Do you know
Loss of
what is the
business.
sales of Amazon for a minute across the globe? Imagine if Amazon is down for 1 minute, how much loss he will get, that Jeff Bezos? Right, I hope you know Jeff Bezos. Okay, is the CEO of Amazon. Okay, so do you know how much loss he'll get if it is down for 1 hour, 1 minute, or if it is down for 1 minute, how much loss he will get? If it is down for 1 hour, how much loss he will get? You cannot even imagine
Millions.
also. Right? So in the same way, if phone pay is down for 1 hour, if WhatsApp is down for 1 hour, so it's a business loss, guys. So you will try to do shopping. In case if it is down for 1 hour or if it is slow for 1 hour, what you will do? Immediately you will go to next shopping website. Immediately you will go to Flipkart. You will go to some other shopping site. So business loss, right? If it is one time, that's okay, no problem. Next time, keep on getting the downtime, or keep on the application is down, definitely it will collapse the market, it will collapse the company, right? So that's why production server should be up and running 24/7 by 365 days. Even if it was down for 1 second also, it will be a big problem for the companies. If you go to the bank, you are in the queue, he is accessing, that cashier is taking money and is loading inside, is loading into your account. Imagine if that bank server is down, he cannot load the account, he cannot load the money in your account. So you have to wait. Who are facing issues? User. You are a user now, you are a bank customer, you are a user. If keep on getting the same issues, do you go to the particular bank next time? You will open a new account in the next bank, right? Business loss. So application should be up and running 24/7 by 365 days. If not, if something happened to the application, or if something happened to any of the servers in this network, if something happened to database, or if something happened to application server, something happened to web server, if any server is down suddenly, then your application will be down, guys. If application is down, means your business will be down. So these are the problems, okay? As a DBA, we have to maintain. So now Amazon introduced some sales, guys. 1 to 6th June. Means 1st June to 6th June, they introduced some sales, wardrobe, refresh sale, something like that. They introduced some sales, right? So now they just want to let users, let people know, right? So we are introducing some sales, big billion day sales, or some other wardrobe refresh sales, where we are introducing this sale and all. So for that, what they will do, they will do this layout up to 1 to 6th June. They are going to do this change for the application. So up to 6th June you can see this layout, guys. Later or every day, okay, or every day this layout will be changed. They are going to change this layout to some other image. But as this is a production server, can they do it very simply? No. If you are doing any changes to the production application, before doing changes to the application, you have to do the same change in the non-prod servers. You have to wait, you have to monitor how non-prod servers are behaving with this change. If everything is looking good, then only they will do this change on the production server. Corona vaccination. When the scientists invented, they did not give to the humans immediately. They tested it on rats initially, then they tested it on animals, then they tested it on, okay, some group of people. They observed, they waited for some time, they just checked what and all results, what and all outcomes, what and all advantages, what and all disadvantages, what and all side effects. They use it to fix all the side effects and all, and finally they just released a refined product to the public. In the same way, like they did the testing, guys, before releasing the product into the market. Okay, they did the testing, and in the testing they found some issues, so they found some side effects, they improved the testing, they improved that particular product, finally they released that product into the market, right? So in the same way, if I want to do any changes to the production environment, I cannot do it directly. I have to do it on a non-prod environment first. I have to check how it is behaving, how my non-prod servers are behaving. Okay, so then once you did the changes on these servers, on these environments, if it is looking good or if it is creating some problems, they will fix it, and finally they will do it on the production servers. Right? So that's why we will have these many environments in the organization, guys. If it is a critical application, so we will have these many environments in the, but work is same, guys. How you will take backup in the production server, you will take the same way in the stage server also, dev server also, test server also. Okay, the work is same as it is, but prod you have to be very careful. Prod means which is accessible to the users. If something went wrong to the prod, it will be escalated to the higher authorities. Higher authorities will join the calls. They will ask you to join directly on the call, and they will ask you to troubleshoot. P1 issue, P1 ticket, I'll tell you, P1 means priority 1 tickets. If something went wrong with the production, or if something went wrong with the live application, so generally P1 tickets, they are going to raise it, and we have to fix it immediately. So these are the different environments will be there in the organization. So as a DBA, we have to take care of all these environments. Okay, so what is this database refresh tasks then? So database refresh task means, what is this database? Someone is doing something. Let me not the disable annotation, and let me clear this. Clear all drawings. Okay, right? So database refresh task means generally, let me show you with the diagram. IO. So imagine this is your server. Okay, this is your server, and this is your application. Okay, so this is your application. Imagine this is your application, which is amazon.in. Okay, this is your application, amazon.in. So this amazon.in will be connected to one database server, right? So this is my database server. This is my database server. So how I'll get the data to the database server? In between application server, web server and all will be there. So I'm not going to draw that one. Directly I'm going to draw to the server. Okay, imagine this is your SQL server. Okay, right. And the data is coming from this particular server. And let me add one database as well. Database. This is your database. Okay. So your application directly connected to this production database, as it is a live application, right? So your application directly connected to the database, right? So now some user, he just connected to this application www.amazon.in, and he is buying one microwave oven. Okay, he is buying one microwave oven. He is buying one microwave oven. So he'll give the details, right? In the microwave oven, generally what kind of details will be there? Okay, cost, imagine it is 8,000. Okay, and some Suresh is buying this product, and his address is like Bangalore. Okay, and he's expecting delivery like by within 4th June, something. This data will, or else he will give some credit card details, right? Some what is the credit card detail? Let me add my credit card here. Where is this? XXXX04. Okay, so he just gave the credit card details. So when you connect it to the Amazon, when you do some shopping, so it will create a record, it will create a record, it will create a record, and it will directly send it to this database. Okay, so the record will be stored in the database, right? How I got this data? From the application. Clear, guys? Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Any questions here?
No, sir. No.
Yeah. So this is my production environment. Why? Because user connected to this. Okay, and user connected to this, and he just did some shopping. Okay, he just did some shopping, which was generated the data, and that data at the end of the day, the data is stored in the database server, right? The database server. This is a production database. We will have non-production servers also. Okay, we will have non-production servers also. I told you, right, just now we will have stage server, test server. So we will have this kind of servers also will be there in the organization, test, QA, dev. Okay, different environments will be there. So, but for non-prod, which user will be connected? Generally, the users that are connecting to this application is a production application, right? So you know the production, you know the particulars, or what is the difference? I'll tell you, servers. Okay, don't worry. So this is a live production. So you can connect to this application and you can buy something. Okay, you can buy something, and the record will be generated and it will be stored in the database. At the end of the day, the data will be stored in the database. Fine, but you don't know about Amazon test servers, right? Who will connect to the Amazon test servers? No one will connect. Only developers will connect. Okay, but they want to test their logic. I told you, non-prod servers will be there for testing purpose, right? So to implement anything on the production servers, on the live servers directly, first they will implement that logic on the non-prod servers, stage servers, dev servers and all. But stage, dev, test servers, generally they don't get the data. Real-time data won't be there. Why? Because no one connected to the stage server, dev server, test server. But they need, developers need real-time data. Okay, this is your stage environment. This is your stage environment. As stage don't get the live data, we have to provide the live data to the stage environment. How we can provide the live data to the stage environment? What and all ways are there? Can you tell? Can you guess anything? I want to give some real-time data to the developers to test their logic and all. How can I give? As developers are not connecting to the stage servers.
We can mirror the
Backup,
information.
we can back up from
That's it. Very good.
production.
Very simple. I can take the backup of this database. I can restore this particular backup on the non-prod servers. I can take the backup of this database. I can restore it onto the non-prod servers. This activity, taking backup of production servers and restoring it onto the non-prod server, the process is called database refresh activity. Simply we have to take the backup of production database and we have to restore in the non-prod servers, stage servers, dev servers, UAT servers, test servers. Guys, test, stage, dev, all are non-prod only. Okay, like it will be like I'll tell you, I'll give you a simple example. Okay, IPL matches are there, right? League matches. After league matches, what matches will be there, guys?
Qualifier.
Hmm?
Qualifier.
Qualified matches. Next, semi-final. Next, final.
Final.
Yeah, so like this, final means your production environment. Okay, in the league matches, they can do whatever testing under, like which player is working, which player is like playing good, like that they are going to test, they are going to replace the players and all. Like your league matches are dev servers kind of thing. Okay, your test servers are like a qualified matches kind of thing, a bit further. And your stage servers are kind of semi-final kind of thing. Next to the stage means next to the prod, right? So there is no big difference. There is no different activities and all. Activities are all same, but stage means it is a bit closer to the production. In some companies, people will think stage also like a critical environment. Why? Because it is next to the production, right? If something happened to the stage server, we can expect same thing will happen on a production server, right? So next, your stage servers kind of a semi-final matches next to the production servers, and then the same way we'll have QA servers, test servers. There is no big difference, but step by step, layer by layer, they are going to take care of it. Okay, so the process of taking backup of your production database and restoring it into the non-prod environment, either test or stage or dev or QA, any environment, this process is called refreshing. So refresh means not right click refresh, guys. Okay, so process of, in database terminology, database refresh means taking backup of production database and restoring it into the non-prod environment. This activity is called refresh activity. So as a DBA, we are going to do the refresh activities and all. Okay, right? So next, what and all things, in case if any backup failures, any restore failures, if anything happened, as a DBS, that we have to take care of it, guys. So as a DBS, we have to create the jobs, we have to create the maintenance plans and all. What is job, what is maintenance plan? Okay, imagine generally in the organization we have to maintain 100 servers, 200 servers and all, or 300 servers. If it is a big project, 700 servers, 10,000 servers, 2000 servers, 3000 servers also will be there, depends upon the project. So in each servers we can create lot of databases. I'll tell you the name, I'll tell you the figure later. Generally we can create in SQL Server, we can create 32,767 databases for each SQL server. But generally in each server, generally 5 to 10 databases will be there. 5 to 10 databases will be there. In each server, generally 5 to 10 or 15 or 20, general number, a rough figure. Imagine if I am having 100 servers. Imagine in each server on an average 10 databases. How many databases will be there across the organization? 100 servers, in each server 10 databases. How many? How many databases will be there? I hope you know the calculation. 100 servers, each server 10 databases. 1000 databases, right? So 1000 databases, can I take the 1000 databases backups? As a DB, I have to take the backup, right, regularly, right? So can I take 1000 databases backups regularly every day? Is it possible to take 1000 databases backups manually? No, right? For that we need automation. So your jobs and maintenance plans comes under automation. They will help us to automate the things. They'll help us to take the backups. They'll help us to restore. They'll help us to run some scripts and all. So using jobs and maintenance plans, we are going to do those things. So jobs and maintenance plans, these are the automation tools using the, I'll tell you, Vijay, what is the difference between server and database. I'll tell you. Okay. Slowly we'll learn. Server means a group of databases is called a server. Simple definition is group of databases. Means in the server we will have databases, multiple databases. Okay, those who are some of them will be generally in every batch we will get Oracle DBS also. So in the Oracle, your your things will be database centric. You'll call everything as a database, but in the SQL Server, not like that. Database is just one object in the SQL Server. If any of you are having if any of you are from Oracle background or Oracle DBS, okay, so we'll call server. In the server we will have databases. Okay, it's a server based. Oracle is a database based. Okay, so in server generally we will have databases. Slowly I'll tell you the architecture. In the architecture I'll explain you, like in the server how databases will be, in the databases how the files will be, in the files how the tables will be, how they are going to, okay, how they are going to be organized. I'll tell you slowly one by one. Now at this moment I'm just telling you what and all responsibilities and also don't worry. I'll discuss the difference between database and a server. You will get to know server and instance. Instance and server both are same, Sudha. Okay, I'll tell you. So as a DBA, it's our responsibility to configure jobs and maintenance plans. So I'll show you how to create it, how to maintain the jobs, how to run the jobs, how to stop the jobs, how to set up the jobs, how to check the jobs, how to disable the jobs. Okay, all these things will be discussed here, and as well as maintenance plans also. And configuring high availabilities. This is very important. You can see star mark here, configuring high availabilities. So what is the high availability? What is the meaning of high availability? People are on off, not sure what is the problem. Guys, is my audio clear? Internet is clear? Is my audio and all connection is clear?
Yeah, you are audible,
It's
sir.
clear.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything is good.
Okay, fine. So configuring high availabilities. High availability means making the application highly available. So this application, whatever you can see, the Amazon application should be highly available. Highly available means it should be available for 24/7. 24/7 means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days in a year. 24/7. Sometimes they will ask you 24/7. Are you going to support 24/7? Means are you going to be available all days in a week and 24/7 you are going to support. So that's what, as a generally as a DBA, our jobs will be 24/7, guys. Okay, so it will be, sometimes it will be morning shift, sometimes it will be afternoon shift, sometimes it will be night shift and all. Not everyone will get the night shift. Again, depends upon the company to company. There are very cool projects, fixed shift will be there 9 to 6 and fixed week offs will be there Saturdays and Sundays. Some projects like no fixed week offs, no fixed shifts and all. 1 week one shift, 1 week morning shift, 1 week afternoon shift, 1 week night shifts, kind of stuff will be there. Why? Because we have to maintain, right, to 24 base, at least at 24 hours one guy should be there in the shift, so that if something went wrong he can see, he can troubleshoot, you can fix it. That's why generally 24/7 we have to give support. Right, now high availability means making the application highly available. So now tell me, guys, with a single database server, can I make Amazon highly available 24/7 with a single database server?
No, sir.
With a single SIM, can you be highly available?
No.
No, right? Sometimes signal will be there, sometimes signal won't be there if you are at the basement. Okay, in the flat, in the apartment, if you are at the basement, sometimes weak signal will be there, so you cannot be highly available. If you go to any village, poor signal will be there, you cannot be highly available, you cannot be available to the public, to the outside the world. So it will be very difficult. With a single SIM, it will be very difficult for the high availability. We are going to manage 2 SIMs, right? In case if something goes wrong, if there is no recharge plan in one SIM, another SIM will be there. The calls will be routed to another SIM. If one SIM is not traceable, we can forward the calls to the next available SIM. That is called, why we are doing all these things? To highly available. You should be highly available. So that's why you are managing 2 SIMs. In the same way, with a single database server, I cannot manage the application highly available 24/7 by 365 days. Why? Because that server might be crashed, the database might be crashed, the network might be down, any fire accidents might be there in the data center, any cyclones might be there in that particular region, any earthquakes might be there in that particular region. There might be a chance, right? So that's why we are going to manage another server, second server. So we will have two servers to maintain the high availability. If we are having two servers to maintain the high availability, same data should be there, right? Imagine if this is primary server, if this is like twins. Twins, if you see any movies, heroes will be twins. Twins means same, both should be same, right? If he is a Salman Khan, two Salman Khan should be there, okay? One guy cannot be Salman Khan and one guy cannot be a Shah Rukh Khan, right? Both should be Salman Khans only if you go for dual role. Means same kind of characteristics, he should be appear same, both should be appear same, right? So same data should be there in the secondary server, right? But application can always connect to only one database server. You cannot connect to application to multiple database servers. That is not possible, guys. That is not possible, right? That is not possible. Even though you are having two SIMs, at a time you will get only one call. You cannot get two calls to two SIMs at a time, right? Through one SIM only they are able to connect with you at a time, right? In the same way, application cannot connect to two database servers at a time. Application will always connect to one database. Then how I'll get same data in the secondary server? I have to synchronize the data. I have to synchronize the data between primary and secondary. I have to synchronize the data between primary and secondary. Then I am able to get the same data to my secondary server. How can I synchronize the data between primary and secondary? We have 5 ways: log shipping, mirroring, replication, clustering. Clustering, there is no synchronization, but I'll explain how it will be done. Always on. So these are the different techniques to synchronize the data between your primary and secondary. Guys, don't worry at all. This is just a gist of the DBA. Nothing to worry. Everything will be discussed clearly while discussing each and every topic. So nothing to worry at all. As you should know what are all DBA's roles and responsibilities. So you might face some advanced terminologies and all. So don't worry. But I'll explain everything. But you should know, right, what and all DBA will do, what and all day-to-day activities and all. So that is your first question. Why we are discussing this one? In the interview, they will ask you what are your roles and responsibilities. That is the first interview question, guys. Tell me about yourself. What are your roles and responsibilities? So for that purpose, I am explaining all these things. If you don't get anything, nothing to worry at all. We have 2 months time to discuss one by one. Okay, so nothing to worry. With the diagrams, I am going to explain. Right. So these are the different techniques. These techniques will help us to synchronize the data between your primary server and secondary server. If the data is synchronizing continuously, if something happened to see the microwave, the Suresh record should be there on the primary and secondary also. Okay, if something happened to the primary server, I can change the application from primary to secondary, so that imagine you are calling, you want to call to some other person, you have two SIMs. In one SIM you don't have balance. What you will do? You will simply change the SIM to the next available SIM, right? So in the same way, if one SIM is not available, you will simply change another SIM. In the same way, if one server is not available, as the same data is there between the two servers, I can simply change my application to the next available database server. So I want to synchronize, right, for that purpose. So to synchronize the data between these two servers, I can use either log shipping, I can use either mirroring or replication or always on. I can use different techniques. These techniques are called high availability and disaster recovery. In case of any disasters, in case of any fire accidents, how quickly you can recover the data. Imagine if you have only one server, if there is no second server, imagine there is no second server, there is no second database. If this something happened to this database, some fire accident or some earthquake came in the data center of this particular server, what will happen? That's it. There is no secondary server. Imagine only one SIM is there. You don't have balance in that SIM, but you don't have second SIM also to call. Very emergency. How you can do that? Right? In the same way, if one server is there, I cannot maintain high availability. For safety, okay, I am going to create another server and I am going to synchronize the data between these two servers. For that, I'll use different techniques. Those techniques are called HADR techniques. Okay, so in our course, we'll discuss all these techniques, right? So configuring high availabilities, and in case of any issues are there with the SQL server, you should be able to fix those issues as a DBA. And in case if server is running slow, if database is running slow, if application is running slow, if query is running slow, as a DBS we have to tune it, right? For example, you know, right, how to tuning means, you know, right, in case if you are not getting earlier we used to use FM radios and all, so we have to set it to a particular bandwidth, then only I can listen that particular song clearly, right? I have to tune it, right? So when I tune, automatically I'll get a clear audio and all. In the same way, to fix performance issues, I have to tune the SQL servers. I have to test how it will behave with these values, how it will behave with these values. So we'll choose the best tuning value. So that is called tuning the SQL servers. In case if any performance issues are there, I should be able to tune the SQL servers. So I'll tell you in the performance tuning concept how to tune the servers, what and all best practices we are going to use. Okay, bottlenecks of the SQL servers, worst cases, okay, best cases, everything will be discussed in the performance tuning classes. These are the regular common DBA activities, guys. These are the common DBA activities generally. Apart from this, we'll do small tasks also, but these are the main tasks that we have to perform regularly in the organization. Sir, in one server can we use Sql DBA, SQL Oracle DB, Sybase? For that you have to use an extra feature called linked servers. Okay, but generally in this high availabilities, both servers should be SQL servers only. But you want to get data from Oracle to SQL, SQL to Oracle, SQL to Sybase, Sybase to SQL. For that, you have to use an extra feature called linked server. Linked servers will help you to link between two RDBMS softwares. Generally, in the HADR, you cannot change. This should be and this should be, both should be SQL servers only. You cannot change one is Oracle, one is SQL server. That is not possible. Okay, so these are the main duties and activities of the DBA, guys. Any questions, any doubts till now, please?
No, Shanmu, it's clear.
Guys, any questions, any other questions, anything to address, anything to suggest? Classes are fast, too fast, too slow.
Yeah, Shamuk, what about the backups? Like we have the automatic backups tools.
Yes.
So how we will work in the automatic backup tools?
We don't
So
discuss third-party tools and all. So we will have our own backup system. So like I told you, right, we have agent, we have SQL Server jobs. Using our native tools. Native tools means native SQL Server inbuilt tools. We can take the backups and all. So we don't discuss any of the third-party tools. Why? Because in your organization they might use Commvault. In another organization they might use some other third-party tool. So we cannot discuss, right, Commvault and all. So that is like, and these are very self-explanatory tools. Commvault, Idera, okay, Foglight. We have different backup tools, monitoring tools and all. Very simple self-explanatory tools. So third-party tools we don't discuss. Okay, we'll discuss SQL Server inbuilt tools to take the backups.
okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? In a company, can they use different databases? And depends, Vijay, they might use, generally depends upon the project. One project, as per the project requirement, that the person who is business owner, who is giving the project, they might ask, okay, I need only Oracle. So they might use only Oracle servers in that project. Some other person, I like SQL Server features, I want to use SQL. So they might use SQL Server. So in a project, multiple database servers will be there. In a company, they might use multiple database servers. It depends upon the application requirements. Some applications, they don't support Oracle. Okay, so they'll use SQL Server. So like that, depends upon the application requirements, different database softwares also will be there in the organization. Okay. Vijay, is it clear?
Shamuk?
Yes, please.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, I can
This is
hear.
Pupat.
Yeah, tell me, Pawan.
Shamuk, regarding this backup, regarding shifting the servers from Oracle server to the SQL server. So who will do this? This will be done the DBA only. If DBA is doing, like, person will do this. So what is, like, who will be, like, it is senior person will do, or
That is first
person
of all,
will
that
do?
is that is not a common regular activity and all. Very rare activity. Okay. In that case, a person should have SQL and Oracle knowledge. Some people will be there, they will have
Because
both
some of
SQL and Oracle knowledge, so they are going to help in these activities. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Any-
Shabak, one thing.
Yes, please.
Suppose company told us to involve in this kind of, like, Oracle to SQL server. So what will be my
Why,
our
Mohammed, you are
role?
concentrating more on that? Generally, we don't do that activity. I told you, right? We should be good in Oracle and SQL also. You should know both in that case. Maybe your project is Oracle to SQL, they might ask you. But generally, okay, it depends. Generally, in that case, if company is asking us to do, either company has to teach the counterpart database software, okay, the other database software, or they might ask you to learn the particular things also. So generally 99% will never do that, guys. In case if you are having knowledge on both the database softwares, you should be good in Oracle, you should be good in SQL server, then they might ask your help. Otherwise they will take those who are having that knowledge. In that case, if companies are asking like that, you should learn both. In your organization, if they are asking like that, you should learn at least how to do migration between two different database softwares. You should learn. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll mainly 100% will concentrate on SQL DB only. We don't touch Oracle and all. Okay. It is just SQL DB. Abdul, I don't teach. Another trainer will be there. After these classes, every month Azure SQL DBA batches will start. After these classes, after 2 months, you can start Azure SQL DBA also. Another trainer, Vishal, will be there. He is going to train you on Azure SQL DBA. For me, it will take some extra time. Okay. So yeah. So we'll teach in SOS University. We have resources to teach, but I am not going to take Azure SQL DBA. Another trainer will be there. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, one thing I want to discuss.
Yes, please.
Sir, like you said, in a journal also, we see that on a server, we face a load issue, right? In that time, application switch to another automatic, or we have to like decrease the memory or something
Depends
like that.
upon servers. See, not all servers in the organization. We will have sensitive applications. We will have critical applications. We will have non-critical applications. I don't configure HADR setup for non-critical applications. Why? Because non-critical applications means those are not so critical. Okay, I am not getting any revenue from that applications. So for non-prod servers or for non-critical servers, why again I have to invest on second server? Investing second server is not a small thing. I have to buy the Windows server licensing, I have to buy the SQL server licensing, I have to buy some third-party tools licensing and all. Right, so for not all servers will be involved in the HADR, not all applications and all will be involved in the HADR. If it is a critical application, then we are going to set up a HADR, right? So, what is your question? Sorry.
Sir, my question was that if there will be a load on a
Yes,
particular server.
got it. So not all servers are like critical servers, critical applications. So if there is a load, generally, if it is only one server, as a DBA, you have to decrease the load on that server by applying some troubleshooting steps. If it is a single server, as there is a load, so that's why I have to failover immediately, nothing like that. Generally, if there is a load, application won't be failovered automatically unless and until, because of the heavy load, if primary is not responding, in that case it might be failovered automatically. But imagine if only one server is there, where it can failover? It cannot, right? So it depends upon the applications. If it is a non-critical application, 99%, if there is a load, as a DBA, we will set up some alerts, some alarms. So on this so and so server, CPU is 90%, memory is 90%. We'll set up some alarms. So we'll get the alert, email alert. So we'll immediately connect to that server. We'll try to decrease the load. Still, if it is not responding, it's a critical application, business is stopping, then the next final option will be failover. So the answer here is, we'll try to decrease the load initially. If that is not going to work, then we have to do the failover. Or if the server is not at all responding, if primary is not at all responding, automatically we have automatic failover options in HADR. Always on is one automatic failover, clustering is an automatic failover. So using automatic failover option, it can be failovered automatically. Okay, is it clear, Sarvasva?
Right, sir.
All the answers are correct. You have to first priority, you have to give it to decrease the load. If not, then you have to failover. Still, if not, automatically application will be failover to the next available server. Okay, any other questions, guys? Guys, classes are going too fast or okay? Is this speed okay? Fine. Any suggestions, please?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Fine, right? Okay, fine. Thank you. So like this it will be, guys. Monday we have the session. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday we don't have sessions. Monday to Friday sessions will be there. Okay, so you can connect again with the same link. Monday after the session, from Tuesday onwards, links will be changed, guys. The meeting link will be changed, but Monday also you can connect. If you still, the classes will be like this only, guys. Okay, so we'll go slowly, as most of you are from non-technical background, so I'll take care of you. I'll explain each and every concept using these diagrams and all. So we'll go slowly. So still you want to attend, you can still attend Monday session also, no issues for me. Tuesday the link will be changed, so you have to confirm me by Monday. So like that we'll discuss and we'll proceed further on this. If you have any questions before closing, and I guess I have already uploaded, guys. Not sure how many of you subscribe to my channel. So we have already uploaded that video, yesterday's video, in our Sose University. And again, don't expect I am going to, okay, I am going to upload all the sessions in the YouTube. No, never. Okay, for every batch I'll upload 20-25%, not all the sessions and all. Okay, so go to playlists. You can see here Sql DBA batch 50 playlist. You can see one video, whatever we discussed yesterday. I uploaded that video, and today's video will be uploaded in the same playlist. And go through these videos, guys, and attend on Monday as well. Then we'll discuss and we'll continue, guys. Okay, chalo, any questions to address, anything to discuss? Monday same 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. IST and 9:30 to 11 a.m. EST. Okay.
Yes, Mr.
Fine.
Shahrukh, I have a question.
Yes, please, Abhi. You're welcome, man. Tell me.
Yes. All right. So, can we call ourselves like a batch 50? Because, you know, I've been watching, you know, batch 49, batch 48. I don't know.
You can follow batch 48, batch 49, Abhi, no issues. But you joined with the batch 50, right? You will be more in sync with batch 50. Why? Because in every batch I use it to improve, like I use it to improve the things. I use it to introduce some other new features kind of stuff. Okay, I use it to change the examples to simplify the things and all. So you are okay to, you can follow some other playlist also, batch 48, batch 14 also you can follow, but you will be more connected to batch 50 as your batch 50 student.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. Any other questions, guys? No questions. And let me tell you my number again. Not sure whether you have my number or not. Okay, so this is my number, +91 country code 9902, sorry, 9902 590 140, or sourceuniversity@gmail.com. If you don't have my number, you can WhatsApp to this number, or else you can send an email to this number as well. Okay, sorry, to this email ID as well. So that's it from my side, guys. So we'll connect on Monday at 7 p.m. IST. Okay, thank you all. If any questions are there, you can ask me. Otherwise, in Azure, lot of roles are there. Which one we learn? Vijay, we generally responsible for two roles, IaaS and PaaS. Okay, so IaaS, infrastructure as a service. PaaS, platform as a service. SaaS will be there, SaaS will be there, software as a service. So we don't concentrate on SaaS and all. We don't have any resources, or we don't have any applications related to the SaaS for SQL Server in the Azure. So you will be more concentrate on IaaS and PaaS. Okay, if you joined the Azure course. Fine. Right. Any other questions, guys? So on Monday we'll discuss about, we'll start with the database, what is database and all, what is the evaluation of SQL servers, who invented the SQL server. Slowly we'll start where we use it to store the data before database, how we use it to store the data before database structure, before tables and all. Then we'll slowly start with the SQL server versions. We'll slowly start with the SQL server editions. Then slowly we'll jump into the Windows server versions, Windows editions, components. So all these things we'll slowly learn one by one, guys. Okay. Thank you so much for attending the session, and we'll meet on Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you, guys. Bye. Good night. Good day.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.